Okay, this is week 5, Active Directory, very important. We need to learn this because this will help us in doing the lab, okay? So it's important to understand what is Active Directory. It's not covered in quiz 1, but you need to know it to do the labs. So what is DC? DC, I think I mentioned before the break, DC is domain controller. It is a server that is responsible for securing the authentication to access resources to the network. Okay, very important role in the network. In Windows NT, previous version, there was one DC per domain as a primary domain controller, PDC. And all the others are acting as backup domain controller, BDC. In Windows 2019, we don't have this. There is no primary and backup. Okay, but we give numbers. Yani DC1, DC2, okay? Physical components of Active Directory to relate to how the network is actually connected. And the DC is hierarchical, okay? And if you have more than domain controller in the network, they should have the exact replica, the exact information. Otherwise, there'll be errors. صح? And Active Directory support or supports multi-master domain controller model. Yani means that all domain controllers get to have an exact copy of Active Directory data as a result of replication. Otherwise, same like with DNS, you know, they should have the same, okay, information. So what is it? It is a logical grouping of users, computers, peripheral devices, network services, everything on your network. Okay? To form your network architecture. Okay? Who is governing the authentication in your network? DC, domain controller. Before you install the DC, you're having computers just stand alone or maybe in a group, but you don't have a client server network. Okay? When you first create the domain, you will get this option. We will do this in the lab, so it will be a new forest, and then you give it the name. Duwati.local, this is just for sake of training. But for our lab, we will give it different name, okay? Okay. In Active Directory structure, a tree domain is in fact comprised of one or more domains. And they are linked through transitive trust. And within transitive trust, if A trust B, يعني عارفين اللي هي متعدية بيسموها بالعربي, transitive. A trust B, B trust C, then A trust C. A trust B, B trust C, then A trust C. Transitive trust. Okay. Now we will, this one we are doing in the lab, so I'll skip this one. Yeah, I like to emphasize on this one. This is to understand the tree domain. So here we have the top domain, hct.com. Under it, we have uae.hct.com, and we have lebanon.hcd.com. We have also saudi.hct.com. Okay. Which one is the parent domain? Top one. These are called child domains. Forest. Forest consists of trees, صح? Okay. So forest in Active Directory consists of one tree of domain or collection of tree domains. It's called the forest. The smallest forest has only one tree domain, but it can have more. So tree domain actually represents a domain. If it is a root domain, represents the forest. حتى لو ما عندك إلا بس root domain واحد, this is the forest. You understand that, صح? Just like that, a forest is a domain too. Now this is we are going to do in the lab, so it will be easier to explain it when we do the lab. So here, this is very good illustration. We have UOL, okay? These are child domains of UOL, okay? And UOL trust hct.com in its forest, okay? HCT has different child domains, okay? Understood? I think we should stop here. I don't want to